Damn, it's really going to be a long time till we see this animated, right? Oh, for the love of God, not in another 3 years. When you have a volume worth of setup and discussion, you will have another that is worth of an explosive action and intensity. As if the last chapter wasn't enough, this one was intense and exhilarating from start to finish. The days of the rookie training and the black and white portrayal of the war are long gone. This is actual war in motion. This chapter is jam-packed with action, whether it's from the Survey Corps annihilating Marley's soldier or Eren and Mikasa squaring off with Warhammer Titan. It has the best of both worlds, and it also comes with more intriguing build-ups and character sign of change for the better or worse. This is pretty much our reward for sitting through a long world building and character development. It also comes packed with intense atmospheric sceneries during and away from the battlefield. I will continue to point out the stellar presentation along the way. The beginning is a bit surreal because of how the role has been reversed. While we can still cheer on the Survey Corps or Paradise Island soldiers for conquering Marley, it does paint them as the bad guy, which does get reflected later on. The thought of executing the plan to place all eyes on them as the only enemy is good and all. But what about the aftermath? Well, here's the answer. Are they even ready? You can say Willie got out of this hellhole freely and just let everyone do their thing. Yeah, dying and suffering is the best way to go out. Good job. Magif is overwhelmed by the enemy. Gotta be sucked to be him. The gun action is pretty sweet, though brutal. I do love how all of the action does show the great payoff growth for these characters. The hook shot from John was pretty damn cool. The way how Isayama reintroduced the old character is fluid. Works well to timing of execution since it calls for them based on their characteristic. The updated design is not only hair department. The face structure, save for John, gives the sense of maturity and experience, more so than the main characters, excluding Army. That said, the small detail change can really do a lot of difference in the overall design. Flock is still around, which I'm glad that he wasn't one-off character. Whether you like his attitude or not, you can't really argue against his claims. He always has been the guy that would say it straight up, no sugarcoating whatsoever. Hell, John couldn't really fight back since the surrounding back up his reason as well as reinforce the mind of vengeance in a sense. They're in the enemy homeland, and much like what their people has caused to them, it is natural to strike back at them. The backstory of Eren during the time skip continues to be hidden, though I get the sense that the last chapter at the beach was in fact a call for bad news. While it is true that he is wiser than he was before, his action has become whatever it takes. In other words, if innocent people die, they die. I understand that it is war and this is expected to happen. However, the look of Eren is an eerie sign to put his humanity into question. What's even more telling is Mikasa actually called out his action to be irredeemable. This is the woman that was seen as a bona fide soldier, no remorse or anything. Yet she told him that killing civilians and children, the enemy homeland mind you, is awful. It's true that it's done on collateral damage, but will it kill him to show some sign of care? Mikasa getting teary is another telling sign of Eren as a person. It got interrupted when Warhammer Titan wakes up. Hopefully, when it is over, they have to patch a lot of things up and explain the backstory. Before talking all about the battle, outside the battle scenery is pretty tense and tragedy. If there's one thing that Isayama focused right, it's the characters like Gabi that are granted for sympathy. It's disturbing to know that Colt has been carrying a dead child all the way to the hospital. A hopeless moment from the start. Gabi is obviously traumatized and reacting irrationally by joining a fight with no weapon, let alone any Titan shifting ability. Watching Gabi's scenario is like watching the beginning of the original Gundam series, only she's not the protagonist. Basically, she roams around and witnesses the tragic fate as her mind slowly consumed by vengeance. The sad part is how she approaches to the gatekeeper and other soldiers, begging to join the fight, only to have them killed off right in front of her. If you were to toss me this chapter with no knowledge of the series, I would think Eren and others are the villains. Heh. Go figure, Willie. Just when Gabi thinks she meets her end, it was Sasha with the weapon. Man, she looks matured. I wouldn't think she's the potato girl. Did everyone's laugh bot got taken away? Connie also appears with a hair now. It's short, but it's enough to display the manliness. There's a build to something for a possible surprise attack with the use of those light indicators. I don't know what for, but it could be a signal for an ambush. Most notably, Army. He doesn't show up in this chapter, so could it be possible that he is waiting for a signal? Gabi clearly is in range and grabs a rifle to kill Eren or anyone associated with him. Knowing this series, I wouldn't dismiss the thought of her death to occur here. Could you imagine when Reina and Falco return if they are still alive and she's dead along with others? It's possible that she will end up killing someone that we know for a while. It would be an eye for an eye moment. Talk about suspenseful. The action is intense and gratifying. The Warhammer Titan is no joke. That Titan is the real deal. I had a feeling that she wasn't done, but I didn't think the possibility of her hidden away in a crystallized rock, much like what happened to Ani. It's a good thing Eren has gotten smarter and analyzed well on the Titan. That all said, it still provides for some real challenge. That was just crazy with her throwing a spike right at Eren out of nowhere. The thing lives up to the name. I really like the intensity with Eren trying to eat the Titan. It was like everything on the line for Marley, and sure enough, Eren was so close on doing so. It builds the suspense whether he goes through or not, bringing the sensation of a thriller. It also switches the intensity when the Jaw Titan ambushes from behind. Now it is the suspense of Eren being eaten. Then, out of nowhere, Levi cuts down the teeth or fangs or whatever, stopping him from devouring Eren. It's just crazy. Levi hasn't changed much, but he's always a badass, so it doesn't really matter. If he's not broke, don't fix it. Now it's the Jaw Titan turn to get the suspense of getting killed or not. It's even worse when he was under the impression that being a Titan classified him as a big threat. Yet the servant corpse shows no fear whatsoever. Ironically, he was the most frightening there as a creature that was deemed as fearsome. The growth of corpse is pretty amazing if you ask me. Card Titan drops in with a machine gun armament, which now brings the battle close to equal ground. Damn, talk about Hell Zone. One of my favorite moments is how Eren resumed his phase to eat the user, only for her to wake up. It has that horror vibe of when something is about to go wrong really fast. Not to mention, it sends chills when you see the monster awake and BAM! Impale right through Eren like the last chapter. Only a crazy amount of spikes. Well damn, that woman is a pro. It makes me wonder if Ani could do the same in terms of waking up while in the crystal. I seriously wonder about it. It gets even more intense when someone decides to insert a quarter and sounded, "Here comes a new challenger." Ape Titan makes his way to the ring in all fearsome glory. It looks like there will be round 2 with Levi, or perhaps a twist will occur. I remain skeptical about Zeke's action as he came pretty late to the battle, which doesn't seem like him. It could be me overthinking, but you never know. This set up for incredibly hype, destroy all monster melee or final wars when you include humans in the mix. The last 2 pages were only missing a versus sign in between. Seriously, it's a really great suspenseful cliffhanger. Anything goes from here. We may be in for more plot twists, so who knows what could happen from this craziness. The chapter has great build up for something drastic to happen in the next chapter, and has intense action for the sheer entertainment, with all old characters re-emerge with updated design. The presentation is stellar with the suspense and thrills from crazy sequences. While Armin remained absent, it is possible that his arrival is coming next and will leave a strong impact. Either way, this was a hell of a ride. The table is all set with pieces coming together, with some missing and additional ones joining along. Share your thoughts in the comment section. I know I'm late with this review, I do apologize. I did have to take care of a lot of things beforehand, and thankfully I have, and I'm really glad that not only I got that part out of the way, but this chapter really makes the intense hype for the next chapter, and I really can't wait for it. This arc has been so good so far. Keep it up, we're gonna have a hell of an ending. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care, do or die, monsters, fight!